someone just hit our car.
Oh, what a shame.
Done a hit and run and they've left. Some witnesses have told us what the signage was on the truck. We've just got their address and we're going to go and confront them.
You might not like Camrys, but I do, and they are everywhere.
I don't really love them, at least I didn't, but I learnt to love this one because we put so much work into it.
That's right, a ginormous turbocharger. It worked really well. It made heaps of power, 200 kilowatts at the front wheels. And it was just an awesome thing to drive. And that's exactly what we were doing on this day.
The car had just finished its shoot for the Supercheap Auto Oils campaign. We'd just got it back, decided to take it for a celebratory drive and then stop off to get some mad lunch. I do believe I had some green chicken curry.
And I had a Thai beef salad. It was freaking delicious.
I did not hear a thing while I enjoyed my lunch.
Didn't hear anything, just normal day-to-day traffic noises out there.
And then we walked outside and saw this.
Yeah, look at it. It got hit hard. Wow. All right, Cameron. You were good while you lasted.
And luckily the person left a note, which is the right thing to do.
They left a note. I think they left a note.
No, they didn't. Someone else left a note. 2 witnesses that saw this happen wrote down the details and left their details for us so that we could call them and find out what went down.
He was parked next door to this vehicle, and he drove, but he literally he's taken the wing, the bumper off. Oh, he had no regard for it. Was, you know, and if we hadn't been there, it would have been none the wiser.
Yeah, well, thank you so much again. I really appreciate that, mate.
Well, you wouldn't. You know, that lady's there. She's lovely too. Yeah, no, all the best.
Thanks, mate.
Anyways,
Thank you very much.
So what you basically have here is a hit and run.
Certainly, if both cars are on the road and you have an accident with someone, it is illegal to leave the scene without leaving your details.
To hit someone's car and then sneak off without leaving a note.
It's a dog act.
It might look like a cheap and common car to your average person, but that car represents hundreds of hours of time and effort that we put into it to try and make it awesome.
So someone's crashed into our Camry and done a hit and run and they've left. Some witnesses have told us what the signage was on the truck. We've just got their address and we're going to go and confront them.
I'm going straight down there to sort it out.
And I'm like, no, let's just swap cars first. This car is falling apart. Let's get into a normal car before we go.
Nah, bumper in the back seat, everything scraping. The car luckily was actually drivable. Just chuck all the broken parts in the back of the car and go there.
As we're driving there, all I could hear was the scrapes of all of the bits of the car that were broken.
I'm devo that it's smashed. Oh, man.
Marty had this look on his face like...
Nah, we're just getting it sorted straight away. We're going to fix it. We're just going to get it done.
So we arrive at the place that the witness had said they'd seen on the side of the truck. Marty parks the car in the driveway and someone comes up and says, "Can you move your car?" And Marty says,
"You have inconvenienced us, so we are going to inconvenience you until we sort it out."
I could see the truck that had hit us parked up behind, so I got out of the car and asked who was driving it.
And everyone just sort of went, "That guy." So my friend here found the gentleman and just asked him what the
He drove off. There were witnesses that filmed him on the details. Which is man, because I'd expect more from you than that. We're all living in the same community, you know what I mean? I'm not here to tell you like a new it's just a dog act is what it is.
No note. What if it was some kid's first car and you just trashed it and left and you didn't know who it was and no one saw it? Just on and off into the breeze. It might not look like it, but this is 6 months of hard work building this thing. It's very special to us.
Why did you leave? Why'd you do a hit and run? Why'd you drive off?
Eventually, after a while, we did get an answer, and the answer was that he didn't have a pen.
How long did you wait for to see who owned the car?
So eventually the manager stepped in, and the manager says,
"We'll just sort it out, because we've got trucks and cars and delivery things on the road all the time, and it happens, and we will just get it sorted out."
The manager was excellent, so we ended up getting some quotes to get the car fixed, and we went straight down there. They sorted it out immediately. Like, it was an exemplary example of when you make a mistake and you just get something sorted. I did go up to the truck driver that had hit the car. I put my hand out and I said, "Look, mistakes happen. No hard feelings." And he shook my hand, and after that, he did apologise, so that was appreciated.
I was actually surprised at the turnaround, because obviously when the blood pressure's up because your car's just been smashed to shit, it's very easy to get like cranky and upset and that kind of stuff. But my friend stayed pretty calm, was very impressed, and did eventually get an apology. It just took a little while because I think the guy was surprised that suddenly this had all come back to him after he just, oh shit, I hit a car and just kept going. I don't know why. People have brain farts and do stupid shit. I guess that just happens.
So we basically worked out how much it would cost to replace the panels, do the repairs that we need to do. We took that amount back to the manager and that is what they agreed to pay.
Luckily for us, the damage is pretty superficial. It's the panels, it's the front, it's the bar, it's the bonnet, it's the guard. If it had been hit much harder or like by a truck going a lot faster than that, I reckon there's a good chance the Camry would just be a write-off because it would have hit the rail and would have bent everything. In this case, we got lucky.
It wasn't a great day, but it did have an okay outcome. Now what we've got to do is actually fix it and make it look like a car again. So we have been to the wreckers and we've got a bunch of replacement parts in the colours that we can get as close to the car as possible. They are not the same, but for now it means that we can kind of make it look like a car again. Actually, we're keeping that bit, so let's be careful with the bumper.
It needs paint anyway, badly.
And so we're going to pull these off. Then at some point we'll paint them anyway. We'll try and colour match it. Big cooler now, Martin.
Yeah, keen-eyed viewers will notice that there's a big cooler on there. That's because the little one that was on there on the dyno, after we tuned it, Scotty just said, oh, by the way, that got to 80 degrees. It was like, whoa, that's way not a good thing. So it just got in exactly the same size but taller, and it just went straight on. So that was super easy and good. And also we put a little oil cooler in there for the transmission to make it survive longer. All the stuff we were always going to do, we just ran out of time to show it before it went off to Queensland. So that's it. But mostly the damage is on that side, as you can see. What I was talking about is we're worried that inside there is smashed, so we're not going to know until we pull that guard off. As long as in there's not bent, the car will be fine. It's pretty tough, and it wasn't a high-speed hit, so most what we want to do is under there. Well, they got the door as well, didn't it?
They did, and we didn't actually quote on that. That would have been another thing as well. This is probably the only time, Martin, I can use a flathead screwdriver to pop things like this out, because I would never normally do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Oop, sorry.
It's all right. Didn't need my face. I do love a sideways DAC, which is what I call this. What are these called? Ratchet wrenches?
Sideways DAC.
Yeah, sideways DAC. Ratchet wrench. I really like these things, especially for these kind of jobs. Like enough torque to get stuff undone, but not enough to break bolts, which is what you can do with big rattle guns, which are called DACs, and that's a sideways DAC. You can start to understand why. The nomenclature. How do you feel about the word nomenclature?
Oh, no, that word's weird.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Yeah. That's up there with moist seagull.
Moist seagull?
Yeah, it's a bit weird as well.
Nomenclature. Yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't use words I don't, like, fully understand.
This headlight's just held in with cable ties, dude.
Oh, isn't that one, there's a bolt on the side, I think, over here.
Yeah, probably.
But it's probably
There's
broken.
also a few cable ties down here.
Yeah, no doubt. The guard liner is kind of attached to the guard. I mean, its name would suggest that's what it's doing, but that all has to get popped off. Man, this thing has been easy to work on, hey, compared to some cars. I've started to use the expression like how much a car fights you.
Yeah.
Like, does it fight back? Like, is it sort of like trying to prevent you from doing what you want? This one has not been fighting. Does anyone else out there label their toolbox? I never did, and then I started doing it because in the bin. I started doing it because if you've got mates over and stuff, you end up spending so much of your time being like, where's the spanner, where's the screwdriver, where's the thing? And everyone lays their toolboxes out differently. I've started laying them out the same. I'm lucky to have more than one toolbox, which I know is a very lucky thing. But they're sort of laid out the same. And you put the stuff like the mark and measure in the top, and then you use the spanners, because you use them a lot, and you need to lay them out. And you can get these holders to hold spanners, which I think is a good thing. And then like specialty stuff that you're not using as much. And then screwdrivers, which I call screwers. And then you've got like hex stuff. And deep breaths.
I'm doing it to help you, Martin.
You're not helping.
One day you'll realise this helped you.
This didn't help me.
And the sticky tape can go with the sockets.
No, don't. Why would the sticky tape ever go with the sockets?
Just sit in the discomfort for a little while.
Oh, not this comfort bullshit. You go on YouTube. Don't be comfortable. Comfortable's bad. No, we've evolved for thousands of years, but let's just undo it and let's just go back to eating mice.
Did we eat mice?
All right, that should come off.
Why did we never wash this, like ever?
We never washed this car.
Yeah.
It's kind of part of the charm, don't you think? How gross it is.
The charm.
Yeah. And I purposely bought not a really nice one because I kind of had a feeling that we would end up blowing it up, but it didn't blow up. Shockingly.
There we go.
Oh, we got in light. So you can see there's a tiny bit of like damage here, like that's a little bit bent, but that is a very strong structural part of the car. So it's just copped this where this seam weld is. It's just copped a bit of a hit on there, but that's not anything that's going to affect its safety or structural integrity, which is what it's all about. But again, like I said, if this got hit really hard and that bent, like a bent rail, it's kind of most of the time insurance, it's just going to go not worth repairing, and safety-wise, it's questionable if you've then damaged it. So we got lucky. That's a scrape, even though it looks pretty intense on here. You can see where it's caught there, which is that part. So the guard's done its job and absorbed a bit of the damage. But yeah, that is going.
Whee!
Our Camry never talks shit.
What?
Our Camry never talks shit. So why did it get hit? That's the saying, isn't it? It sang the song of the Toyota people, and everyone who likes Toyotas can't help but like a Camry. I think that's the funniest thing about this car. Like, you can't not like it.
I think the other saying is every Camry has a plan until a truck drives over its face. Have you heard that one?
Yes.
All right, Martin, let's see if this actually fits.
Can I clean some more crap out of here?
No.
Dude, gotta respect the Camry.
It's not in the spirit of what we're doing, Martin. We got a free one of these that we don't need. That's cool.
Free one of what? Blinker?
Yeah.
Oh, mad.
But it's been chopped.
Oh. Does that go? Like that?
I don't know, mate.
Does that have one?
Oh, it probably goes in here.
Do we need it? Probably shouldn't stress about it, eh? In there, we'll need a little bit of, with the door open, just to make sure it's folded over. Yeah, it's the right spot.
There we go.
Of course, we have to have exceptional panel gaps, being that this is a Camry, and would never have left the factory without perfect panel gaps.
It's not a Tesla, is it?
Oh, yeah.
These headlights are in desperate need of some avocado and some urine. Look at them. Actually, that one's cracked. Look at them.
Oh, wow. Should we buff them?
Nope. So these headlights and the bonnet that we got are actually from a Sportivo. That's the sporty Camry. They make a sporty one.
Except it's still front-wheel drive. Aren't they V6 though? Doesn't that make them kind of cool? People always go, I mean, actually a few people have said to me after they saw this Camry, they're like, oh, the V6 ones are pretty good.
Okay. Cool story, mate.
All right, good.
What's good is the turbo one that runs on E85. That's the good one.
Yeah, except for the whole fuel economy thing. What's going on with this guard liner? Just hating life.
So this has got all the plugs on it as well that have just been cut, but we've already got our factory wiring still, so I'm just pulling out everything. But that there, I don't think is on our other light. Yeah, these are different. So this here, because it's a fancy one, gets a little, I guess, a little daytime running Parker or something. And that's different. Our wiring's different as well. Oh, the indicators are over here now.
Oh.
Our indicator was here.
Does the plug in? Should. I'd be very surprised if it didn't.
Oh, but it doesn't go far enough. So the fancy Sportivo lights, is that what this is called? The Camry Sportivo?
Yep.
It's slightly different. So if you come and have a look over here, this here is the indicator wiring, and that is meant to go here, but now the indicator is all the way over here, so it's not long enough. So basically I'm going to just snip that and extend it. All right. Into him. Into him. All right, now we're going to check to see if this thing works, because Marty said we shouldn't.
Turn it on. Not usually something that you hear in the same sentence as Camry.
Oh, stop. We got fuel pissing out everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Show me. Should talk to whoever put the fuel system in this thing.
I'll just give him a call.
I was wondering why it
Hey
was
Siri,
a bit...
call Martin.
That was a Honda part, I think.
Sounds gooey.
Is it leaking?
Not yet. Don't worry about the petrol. Let's check the indicators, Martin.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
Look at that foggy good... Look, I've never seen lights that bad.
I know. Do you want to do the avocado or the urine? Dear demonetisation wizards, it was just water that came out of Martin's... All right, this light is now soldered up.
And
It's
our
going in.
bumper support got seriously bent, but I think it will come back and be usable again. And we can recycle our bumper bar, which is cool. It's going to need paint. Like, it's all going to need paint at some point, obviously. But that is doing a pretty good job of holding the cooler. And we didn't have to change the pipes to change the cooler. Nothing appears to be leaking, which is also excellent.
So here's one problem that we have.
Uh-oh.
There's no way that can get past that pipe.
Yes.
Unless I can...
Angle.
No, because once that angle is there, this part down here that I don't reckon is going to be on this housing.
What is that anyway? Is it the same? Well, oh, you know why that is? I reckon this is all moved as well.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what? The intercooler's been hit
Yep.
when the bumper came off, and that's moved this.
Yep.
We're going to have to... I mean, there are ways, and there's a drawer over there called cable ties.
It's not great. I just don't understand.
I'm pushing it as hard as I can, though. Can you feel it? Is it actually in?
If I grab this massive big round one and just yank it like that.
You keep doing that, and I'm going to nut on the top of it.
I'll go up and down. Ready?
Yep, go.
Up, down, go. It's going to go, dude.
Yep.
It's just like squeeze hard between the back of that and the front of you.
But you can feel me pushing it in, right?
Oh, yeah, easily.
Okay.
My hand's the whole way around it, dude.
Okay.
And it's like, it's got a lot of oil and stuff on it, so it's pretty greased up.
This strap on here, we're going to have to change that because it's not big enough anymore.
Really?
Yeah, look.
Aluminium strap on.
If I'm going to nut in this hole, look how far away it is now because
absolutely.
the strap on is actually strapped too far back.
Yeah. I reckon this can be tweaked with some, you know what I mean?
Oh, hold on. Just pump it towards me. I can see the hole. Hold on. No, bring it back.
Yep.
No, like that.
That'll work, yeah.
Will that work?
Yep. I've got both hands around it. It's like I can only just get my hand, because it's 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
So I can only just get my hand around it.
That'll actually, leave that till the end. Let's push this in and then use the silicone that we have in this to make that work. That alignment's rubbish though, isn't it?
Yeah, terrible.
Just send a bolt through it. That's my advice. And there it is, people. We are SEMA finished. It's the YouTube build, which means it says done, it doesn't work. Not us. We make sure at least if it doesn't work, we tell you about it. Are you working over there, Martin?
No, it's not great.
Do you want to cuddle?
It's going to go. Thanks, man. That's very helpful.
Does it feel good?
I'd rather have a 10 mil and not the one that you've already
That's
got.
the wrong bolt. You need this one.
Why?
Because that one's too long.
Hold that then.
Okay. Is that helping you, Martin, that I'm just here?
Yeah,
Do you feel supported?
I do feel supported.
Do you feel looked after, Martin?
Yeah, a lot of body heat.
Take that camera, you piece of shit. There we go.
It's in, sort of.
You know what's funny about this episode, everybody, is it started off like a little Netflix documentary and then it just went full disrespected, didn't it, Martin?
Yeah, we disrespected documentary.
It was a, that's not going to fit.
It is going to fit. Just put the bolt in. Go. Go. Go, go. You can do it. Go. Go. It's going to go, dude. See? Yeah.
They on?
Yep. Blinkers. Yep. Yeah, look at that, dude. Perfection. Oh, we need our new bonnet too.
Yeah.
This can go on first. Let's chuck this on. Where's the whizzer? Why doesn't this one fit?
Send it. Look at that, Martin.
Excellent.
Everybody, let us know in the comments. Should we leave the scars of this car's history visible? Should we leave this little wrecker's barcode on it and these numbers on it so that for all time everybody knows the trials and tribulations this Camry has gone through, or should we try and paint it up and make it look nice? The colour is not that different. Like,
No.
I think it's kind of acceptable. The car is meant to be a sleeper. I think it actually adds a little bit to it. Fix or sleep? Let us know below.
Is this champagne or is this champagne? You know how people always talk about champagne Camrys?
The worst.
Which
That's
is
why
it?
we bought it, because it's the worst.
Yeah, which is it? This or this? Because that
No,
that's
this is
gold.
silver. That's champagne.
So, that's gold. This is
No.
a gold Camry.
No, that's champagne.
This is a gold.
I don't care what you think it is. That's champagne.
What do you think?
That-
Put it on. Put the bumper on. Put the gold bumper on. Oh wow, this is really bent.
Is this just got 2 bolts holding it in?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And this one's
It's-
not even holding it in though.
It's supposed to have more, but
Okay. Doesn't sound good.
no, it sounds like it's cross-threaded, doesn't it? Yes.
Remember, kids, when it's cross-threaded, keep going.
Look at that.
Like that.
Dude, let's put a bonnet on.
Yeah.
Dude, this has the upgraded bonnet.
Amazing.
Sportivo bonnet.
Is that a special grill?
Yeah.
Does anyone care about that?
Special grill. Yeah.
Whatever you do, Martin, be very, very careful.
Don't.
I won't do it. Why would you think that I would do that?
Because you'll scratch it on purpose. You danced on the roof and no one's ever let you live it down.
Dude.
Don't dance on the roof. Don't let the bonnet dance on the roof.
Hashtag don't dance on the roof.
Just
Martin,
don't.
why would you
It's
think...
heavy, stop it, keep
Martin,
going.
Stop there for a second.
What?
Why would you think that I would destroy something that you care about?
I don't care about this car at all. I just love the turbo. Like, I'd put that turbo on whatever. Just let's take all the turbo gear off and put it on. Dude, I want to put this in a RAV4.
Do you remember the time when I got Mr. VTEC and you did this? Do you remember that? That was slack, man, because I really liked that car. I actually cared about it.
didn't.
And you broke it.
You didn't like it.
And then I was like, can you help me put it on the hoist? And you did this.
What happened?
And then after that, I was like, let's carefully see what colour it used to be. And then you did this.
What's under there? There you go.
I wouldn't do that to you, Martin. Oh, sorry, Martin. Sorry, Martin.
Oh, dude, you scratched it.
No, I wouldn't actually do that to you, Martin. I do care for your feelings sometimes. We're getting
the
close
box?
to almost having this terrible Camry. I almost called it a Civic.
Kind of in the same category, isn't it?
Martin, I actually do like this car. I like what it became.
Can I have a bolt? I lost my one.
You can have one.
Thanks. Did you check the alignment?
Nope.
Moment of truth.
Let's check out the all new and exciting.
Whoa!
fixed.
Look at it. It doesn't shut very well, does it? Yes, it does. Dude, that looks mad. Look how up.
Why is that? I'll actually fix that.
You did fix it for a second with your butt.
There we go.
But you know what? The car is cosmetically fixed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it needs a cable tie maybe or two and some stuff, but
few
our,
cable
our
ties.
Camry is alive once again.
Do we fix it all up? Do we paint it? Or do we leave it like this? Fix or sleep? Let us know down below. Is that it, Martin?
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you ever hit someone's car, or you just generally do something shit, just take it on the chin. And the best thing to do is just be honest and go, you know what? I made a mistake. Sorry about that. Here's my details. It's going to be uncomfortable.
It happens.
But
Bad
it's
stuff
also
like
real
that
life, and
happens.
that's what happens.
And it happens to everyone, all sorts of people. You're not special in that way, but you might be special in other ways. But you're not special in that way. Dumb, stupid stuff happens. Just own up and go, sorry, I hit your thing. And people will be cranky for a minute, and then I go, oh, the guy, you know, or the girl, whatever, they admitted they did the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And it got fixed. Machines can be fixed.
I'm not going to tell you to go to mightycarmods.com and buy a t-shirt. I'm not going to tell you to leave a comment, even though I already did.
I'll tell your mates.
I'm not going to tell you to do anything. But
Tell
if
your
you
mates.
want to do any of those things, we'd like it. Thanks, Martin.
We're going to go and try and get lunch together. I'm a bit scared to take this.
No. Let's
Should we take something else?
Let's take the Supra, because that's something that doesn't matter if it gets hit.
awesome. Also a Toyota. Basically the same as this, right? But rear-wheel drive.